In this series, families from all around Ireland will take on projects that prove that learning is a lifelong process. With the help of local supports, our families will push themselves to make changes that will inspire their futures.
Leaving education at a young age was one of my regrets, but I didn't realise it was a regret till I became a mother.
Well-known figures from Irish life will be on hand to help.
I could relate to her about the kids. I consider myself a single mother, but it's not a broken family, it's more a modern family because so many people go through it.
By working together and being open to learning, the families achieve results they could never have imagined. The Barry family live in Lochboy, County Kilkenny, where single mum Andrea is raising her two boys, 3-year-old Cameron and 8-year-old Dylan.
The problem in the house at the moment would be that Cameron and Dylan don't get on as brothers. They don't enjoy each other as brothers.
Cameron, I'm trying to watch telly. The bad thing about being a brother is you have to take care of the little brother. And I'm not really that good at that. And the other bad thing is Cameron's my little brother. Well, they're mine. No.
Share them with your brother, please. I'm in the situation then, you know, if you could be busy and you're thinking, oh, Dylan, just let Cameron have it, and it's unfair on Dylan, obviously, because he has to give it all the time. So we're gonna half them. Which half do you want, Dylan? Which half do you want, top or bottom?
Bottom.
Dylan is in 2nd class, whilst Cameron will be starting full-time in play school in the new school year.
Okay, click it on then.
Sometimes I just love to have a Mother's Sunday, me and Mammy, just alone for one day. No Cameron, no anybody.
It was a big step for Dylan, a little brother coming in. Dylan had me for 4 years before Cameron was born. So, yeah, I'm aware of it.
He's after messing up my bed!
Yvonne Keating is a former model, a columnist, and one of Ireland's best-known personalities. As a single parent with 3 children of her own, Yvonne is no stranger to the challenges of motherhood.
I think the difficulties with being a single mother, when you're on your own with the children, you are doing everything independently. So, you know, it would be great to have a second pair of hands. You don't. It would be great to have the kind of emotional support. You don't. You know, I'm not an expert, but my kids are a bit older and they have similar age gaps. And I can see how that can affect the kind of dynamics between them. It can be a bit of a challenge later in life, how they react to each other and how much attention they want.
Yvonne wants to lend a helping hand to Andrea and her family and to find a way of bringing them together to form a stronger family unit.
I'm hoping, first of all, that I can listen to her and understand her and try and encourage her. If she takes anything from it or gets 1 or 2 things when it comes to what she might expect ahead of her or what she's going through at the moment, if I can help at all, I'll be thrilled.
I'm Andrea. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Can't believe you live right beside that pitch. That's like the best house in Kilkenny, is it?
Probably.
My goodness.
When you try to do something with both of them, I find it very difficult because of the age gap. And then if you do something to entertain Cameron, Dylan is giving out.
It's the exact same thing in my house. I've tried to make it clear from a young age that they are different, that obviously they're all loved in the same way, but they're different. A younger child obviously gets away with a lot more. Yeah. You don't discipline them the same way. Yeah. So do you ever find he goes, well, that's not fair, why does he get to do that and I don't?
All the time. Like Cameron will get given out to and Dylan get given out to, but Dylan might get sent to his room because he's older and he should know better. But Dylan then says, but you don't send Cameron to your room. You're always picking on me.
I always point out the pros and cons to them. I say, look, Missy, you stay up an hour later. Yeah. You know, you get maybe more pocket money. Look at the things you get that the little one doesn't get.
I never even thought of doing that.
Yeah, and I notice when I do that, they kind of stop and go, oh, right. It's just that sibling rivalry. But she needs a solution at the moment. You know, she needs to relieve a little bit the stress she's going through and it's upsetting her. So really, I think if we can come up with something fun and interesting, they will understand each other a bit better.
So your mum and myself were having a chat about a kind of a family project, something that would be interesting and fun, something the two of you would enjoy doing together. Now, I think it would be really fun to do a kind of a book, like a life book, and then you could put lots of pictures in it, and you could write little stories about the two of you, about your brother. Wouldn't that be fun? This is something that you're going to be able to keep forever. Sound good?
Yeah.
Great.
As an early school leaver, Andrea decided to return to education 3 years ago on a part-time basis and has just completed a Level 3 FETAC course.
Leaving education at a young age was one of my regrets, but I didn't realise it was a regret till I became a mother, and how important education was in life, you know, to help bring up your kids even, and work-wise. So yeah, it's a road that I want to stay going down and get a full-term education, and just for my kids to be proud of myself and something for myself to do as well.
Usually when we have early school leavers, they would have low self-esteem, they wouldn't have much confidence in their skills. Some may not have had positive experiences at school, and they don't realise that they can do so much. We see participants here that some have returned to work, some have gone on to further education. You know, it's a huge confidence builder.
To get some ideas for the family life book, Andrea and Yvonne have come to adult learning course Word Aid, where course participants have completed some life books of their own.
Or it is her first haircut?
That's her first haircut, yes. I have it years.
Did you ever think you were going to put it into a book?
No.
So it'll probably just set in a box somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lovely idea. To receive a book like that and to see the trouble somebody has gone to, and it's also a lovely task to put one together and collect all these photographs that usually end up just on a computer. The books are absolutely fabulous. And her scans she probably hasn't seen for years, has she?
No.
I do think Andrea is more determined now to get started and take some practical steps to putting the book together. We're expecting big things from you, Andrea.
Do you have a husband?
I was married for about, I don't know, maybe about 12 years.
Yeah.
And then a couple of years ago, we're not married anymore.
What was your husband's name?
Ronan?
Oh yeah, Ronan Keating.
Yeah, he's a singer. You have a great mum. She's trying to cook for the two of you, mind you, and then she's trying to help you with your education. And how do you think you could maybe give her a hand? What would make it easier for your mum?
Me to take care of Cameron more.
That'd be good, and play with him more. And maybe less fighting.
Yeah.
I know you love your brother, he's great. I know you have your issues and you fight a little bit. Is there anything you'd change at home?
I just want to spend time with my mother, that's all. And fight less with Cameron. I really want to spend more time with my mother, because Cameron's mostly spending all the time with her. Then we probably will get along.
Life would be quieter in a more peaceful house.
Yeah.
With a happy mammy.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Well, that's the task ahead. Dylan's been quite vocal about wanting one-on-one time with Andrea. I think she needs to factor that into her routine and keep mindful of the fact that he needs just one-on-one time. So I think that's her task now, is to try and move forward and make that time for him and make him feel special.
Before the work begins on the family life book, Andrea has decided to get some practical advice on shared playtime for Dylan and Cameron.
The 5 different areas that a child develops in, which would be physical, intellectual, language and social and emotional. And we'd also look at the different types of play that children do. So there could be creative, it could be construction, it could be physical. The emotional and social areas are really, really important, that children learn how to get on with each other, what rules are, what the consequences are if you don't follow the rules, to learn how to win and to learn how to lose and to learn how to help each other. I mean, they're all skills that we need as adults.
Cameron, we have to find another one of these.
Elephants. Oh no. Well done, they're yours.
They're yours now.
It's great to see Dylan acting like a big brother and showing his little brother how to play this game.
Sorry, get another go now.
Oh, do you?
Yep,
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know that. Dylan might realise that he's a big part of Cameron's life as a big brother, and that he needs to show Cameron, you know, the way of life really, and like, you can do it, give Cameron encouragement, but it'll also make Dylan feel good about himself, knowing that he gives this advice to his brother and that his little brother looks up to him as a big brother. So hopefully Dylan will realise how big of a part of Cameron's life he actually is.
When you see two of the same, snap, okay? Two.
Snap, Mommy won!
To kickstart the Barry family's lifebook, Yvonne has arranged for a special gift to be delivered to Andrea and the boys.
You pull this side, Cameron.
I can.
Oh, wow, let's see what it is.
It's probably jelly beans.
It's not jelly beans, it's a camera. We have to take pictures. Oh, cool, isn't it?
Take a picture on it.
Say cheese.
How you doing?
See, the picture comes out at the top. Oh, wow.
Let me see it. Oh, that is actually really cool.
The boys were just really amazed, wondering what it was, and so it just makes the life book a little bit more exciting for myself and the boys, so can't wait now.
Yay!
In this week's programme, Yvonne Keating is helping the Barry family from Kilkenny to put together a lifebook in the hope that brothers Dylan and Cameron can mend their strained relationship.
That's a nice one as well.
That's you and Cameron playing on Cameron's playmat. We started a little bit, not much now, just a little bit. We have our first page, it's kind of, I think, the day that Cameron was born, because maybe that was the day that we kind of became the family. Like,
Sometimes when these things are put in a book and put on paper and people read them back, they understand the actual depth of their bond, because it's definitely there. They all love each other. They just need the time and the focus to see that.
we have this book here that Mummy got out of her course in Word Aid. Ideas of what we could put in the book. See, look, photos. We could take photos of each other. Today was the first day and it was a great day. We kind of just sat down together and there was no bickering and, you know, getting into it. So hopefully it'll bring Dylan and Cameron that a little bit closer to do stuff together, and maybe I might be able to take a back seat.
As a feature for the lifebook, Yvonne has arranged for Dylan to interview Andrea to learn a little more about his mum.
How did you feel when I was born?
A little bit scared because I was young. I was crying, but I wasn't crying because I was sad. I was crying because I was happy. So that was a weird little feeling as well. I was only young, I was only a little girl. And you were this little baby that I had to look after. Look at you now, you're like a little man.
She was crying with happiness. It's weird. I've never heard of anybody crying with happiness. Do you like being a mum to Cameron and me? What's your favourite thing about being a mum?
I love being a mammy. It makes me very happy every day getting up to be a mammy. The cuddles and the kisses. And I suppose seeing you showing Cameron some things in life.
I feel happy because she loves being a mum and I'm her son, so if she didn't like being a mum, I wouldn't be took care of properly. But she does love being a mum, so I am.
With Cameron starting play school in the new school year, Yvonne wants to sit down with Andrea to find out what plans she has for her future.
As much as they love having you at home and having one-to-one time and having you there, you know, I think as kids get older, I think it's really good for them to see you following your dreams as well. Is there kind of a career path you want to go down?
Social studies, you know, to maybe work in a youth centre or a drop-in centre for kids that are just, you know, saving being on the streets. And
I think this is the time for her to take some practical steps. I think the year is going to go very fast and I'd like to see her take those steps now, so by the time the boys are in school that she's ready to go and ready to start a course. Well, it sounds like you have the direction and it sounds like you've got ideas which are fantastic. So now it's just about trying to settle family life, to get the boys on a more balanced behaviour.
from speaking to Yvonne, I feel that I have more confidence and motivation to go on and seek a full-time course to get a career for myself. So I'm looking forward to the journey that's going to bring.
To get a sense of what a career in youth services might involve, Andrea has come to the Drum Youth Centre to meet the staff and some of the young people they serve.
So now, Andrea, if you want to help me with this, but what you have to do is you have to work as part of a team and make a tower with just the spaghetti sticks and the marshmallows.
The streets of Kilkenny there's nothing to do on them, so it's very good to have a place like this. And you said the kids, they don't have to come, so they're choosing to come.
Yeah, it's a safe place. They're supervised, there's good activities going on, be it baking or art or board games, they're just having a chat. There's also a counselling service here where young people can come free of charge. We're managed by Froiga, which is the National Youth Development Organisation. We work with about 64,000 young people across the country with the help of 5,000 very wonderful volunteers.
Do we need one for down here, maybe? Oh, yeah, we need one. Yeah. Well done. The minute you walked in, you knew that everyone was happy to be there, that the kids are there at their own will, like, and they love it, they seem to enjoy it. Oh my God, they love it. This is just about communication, yeah? Communicating with each other.
Yeah, seeing how the girls work together as a team as well as sharing their own opinions.
I think working with teenagers might get me prepared for Dylan in the next few years. And yeah, hopefully it might give me ideas to do stuff with the kids at home. Would you have any advice to give me in taking steps to get into working with youth?
I would say to volunteer and get a feel for it, and you'll know, if this is something for you or not. Maybe speak to some people about what courses to go and do next.
When I was your age, I was the same, education, this, and but having kids and actually being a mother and realising you need education, you need English, you need maths, you need it for everything, everyday life. Hopefully I'll get a placement as a volunteer and work it from there. I do think 100% that I will go and become qualified, and it's a career that I think I will enjoy.
With just a week to go to the presentation of the Lifebook, Yvonne has decided to pay Dylan a visit at his school to ask him to perform a special secret task.
Dylan, I'm really pleased with how the Lifebook is coming on. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah.
Could you do one last thing for me?
Okay.
But you have to keep it a big, big secret. So you can't tell your mum. Do you think you could write a letter to your mum?
Okay.
You could tell her how proud of her you are, about her going back to her education, tell her how happy you are, positive things about your family. Would you talk about Cameron? What would you say about Cameron?
He's actually kind of getting better. He doesn't turn off the Xbox, he doesn't fight as much. He lets me watch my telly, and he's not on my food. That's the most important thing.
He's a really bright boy, and I think he's very emotionally intelligent, and I think he knows the effect it'll have on his mum.
I think she'll be really happy, and maybe she might buy me a soccer ball or something.
Following Yvonne's advice, Andrea has decided to spend more one-on-one time with Dylan and has arranged a fun day out for the two of them.
Yeah, one big spin around. Oh, you get dizzy on that. See you happy. Yes!
Dylan is loving the intention of having just himself and me.
I'll fight. Wait till I get a strike. It's actually really fun, me hanging out with Mammy without Cameron. Yeah, it's really fun. Wait till I get nothing.
He's a sore loser though.
Go! That looks cool.
Jelly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Andrea has also made a commitment to bring Dylan to his hurling training as a way of building a regular activity for the two of them into her week.
Go on, Dylan. Shoot, Dylan! Oh, what a goal. Myself and Dylan are getting on a little bit better. He listens to me a little bit more, and he understands that he's Cameron's brother and he doesn't have to fight with him all the time. Brilliant, wasn't it? But most important, it's giving myself and Dylan a chance just to do something on our own, so Dylan doesn't feel like it's always Mammy and Cameron. I think we'll do this every Thursday. I'll come out with you, will I?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be great.
You know how to play this. You put one down, and then if they're the same two cards, you say snap. Okay? I've been teaching him a lot more and playing cards or playing the Xbox. I think I'm actually learning him how to write as well, so yeah, I think he's going to look up to me now. Now go. Put that one down. Yeah, I love being a big brother. I think we're going to get on really good when we're older. Nah! Aw, you win!
Cameron, you going to write this at Mammy?
Yeah.
Right, okay, do you know what it is? It's questions. I'm gonna ask Mammy about Dylan, and then you can tell me the answers and we can put it in our life book. What do you think is Dylan's favourite thing to do?
Play Xbox.
play Xbox. If Mammy was to say to you, who's your best friend? Who would be your best friend be?
Dylan.
Very good.
My mum doesn't really know that I'm writing this letter, so I have to try really hard to keep it a secret. I think she's going to be really proud of me, but my writing is terrible, so I don't think actually she might be proud. I'll do my best writing, so maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't. I'm going to say to my mum in the letter, and I'm going to try being a really good big brother from now on to Cameron. She's the best, and yeah.
That's me and the little pumpkin.
It's the morning of the presentation, and the family are finally binding together the pages of their life book.
A lot of effort and work went into the life book. It's nice to see it become a book. Wow, look, Cameron.
A book.
I'm looking really forward now to show it to all my friends and family and see their reaction to it.
The last thing to go into the life book is the letter from Mammy that she still doesn't know about.
The time has come at last for Yvonne and the family to unveil the life book to a gathered audience of family and friends.
This project is about far more than the book that you see here today. It's been an exercise in bringing this family together, and I think it's been a huge success on that level. I'm going to hand you over to Andrea now, and she's going to say a few words. So, Andrea.
Okay, so as Yvonne said, thanks for coming here today. We're here to introduce our family book. It's a life book about myself and the boys.
I think this project has shown that there are creative ways to bring a family together. And I definitely see the relationship between the boys is a lot more positive.
I just wrote a little bit about how I felt when Dylan was born. I was only 19, so I was scared and excited at the same time. It's really exciting to realise that as a family we can do stuff together, and that the boys are getting on, and that I can get on with my life career-wise, and the effort we put into it and the memories we have together as a family so far is just really amazing and emotional. This is one of my favourite pages. It's fun with camera. Thanks very much, Yvonne. And we had lots of fun taking the pictures and sharing events together.
Before we finish, there's one last thing.
Dylan, behind his mummy's back, wrote a letter, and he's going to read it to you now.
Dear Mammy, this is a letter I wanted to write to tell you how great you are and how much we love you. I know that sometimes Cameron and I make it hard for you, but I promise I'm going to try really hard to be good, and I'm sure Cameron will too.
The letter was absolutely lovely, and the effort he put into it and the emotion that was in it was absolutely lovely to hear as a mother, and it was just fantastic. I'm so proud of him.
Thank you, Mammy, for having me and for helping me grow up and for teaching me all about the world.
She was really pleased and emotional. I think everyone was. Everybody in the room was a little bit choked up.
We are so proud of you for going back to school, and we know that you will do really well. Thanks for everything, Mum. Your little man, Dylan. P.S. Any chance for extra help with the homework?
Dylan, I think, now knows what being a big brother entails like. So it's really good as a mother to sit back and just watch the boys be brothers and not fight and not argue and just get on. It was really nice.
Thank you so much.
It's been a privilege and an honour to be involved. They're such a lovely family. I may have learnt more than they did.
It all worked out good. We've done it as a family, and I'm really proud. I'm really proud of all of us, even Cameron.
If you'd like help with reading, writing or maths, call Nala on free phone 1800 20 20 65. That's 1800 20 20 65. For information on fun learning activities for kids, log on to helpmykidlearn.ie.